Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, a show dedicated to helping you expand your capacity, take your life in every area to an entirely new level, and creating a day and a life by design. Here's your host, Dan Hafner. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner here, creator of the Runwage app and host of this podcast. As always, I appreciate you all joining today. Today's topic is this: are affirmations legit? As always, sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. All right, my friends. So, first of all, for those of you who maybe recently started listening to the show, if you've been following chronologically, this is the first episode we've published in quite a few days, but I was completing my second move in the last 3 months this week. So I was a little bit busy. A lot of people try to be very, very consistent about when and how they are publishing episodes. And, for me, sometimes life gets in the way. Shit needs to get done, and I just got to do it. So for those of you that are listening to this, maybe binge listening, you have no idea that this is not in order and was about 5 days late. So whatever, that happens. So inside of this, though, I was doing some interviews last week during the move. My wife and I, we now finally have everything set up. It was a lot of work. We got it done. We still have some unpacking and stuff to do, but our house is largely set up, and I am super excited. We're now in Middletown, Pennsylvania, and I'm very, very excited for our new home. It's going to be very, very fun. So either way, inside of one of the interviews that I did last week with somebody who is actually going to be launching here very soon, Mr. David Essel, there was a piece of that conversation that I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about. And we talked about affirmations, and it really kind of triggered me to think about this, right? So what is an affirmation? Now, if you wake up, if you are someone that does affirmations, I'd be very, very interested to hear what you have to say about this episode, so listen up. But an affirmation is something like this, right? Like, I am fit, or I am loved, or I am worthy, or I am a child of God, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's this statement. It's this, hey, I'm filling my brain with this statement because I want to believe it, or I need to believe it, okay? Now, I've never been a fan of these, and you'll kind of hear why here in a minute. But to me, right, in affirmation, the more I've heard about it from other people, if it's not true, it's a lie, right? Obviously, duh, Dan, really profound wisdom there, but like, this is what I mean, right? Inside of that affirmation, if you're telling yourself something that is just blatantly not true, like if you're sitting here saying to yourself and you meditate every morning, you say, I am a multi-millionaire. I own several highly seven-figure profitable businesses, and I am legit. But that's not true. That's a lie. It's bullshit, right? That's all it is. It's you trying to manifest that inside your life. Now, there's a place for this powerful thinking. Now, there is visualization, which I think is different than affirmations. Okay. Now, visualization, that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. But inside of affirmations, if you're just telling yourself, hey, I'm a multi-millionaire that owns several profitable businesses, but you work at the freaking gas station, like, you're lying to yourself. I don't care what the science or the results say about affirmations. It's a lie. Right? Now, there is this piece inside of this where it kind of links to visualization, and it kind of links to this programming inside of what you're starting to believe about yourself, right? So I really think where the difference comes in between, these affirmations that are lies and these affirmations that are really pushing you forward to the things you want to achieve, right? If you're just saying, you know what, I'm waking up every day and I'm saying, I am lovable, Like, I am worthy of love. Maybe you were someone who was abused or neglected as a child, and you've had this deep-seated belief that you're not lovable. You're not worthy of that love. Every time you get in a relationship, you mess it up or it goes wrong or something like that, right? The problem is you start to believe that you're not actually worthy of love. So every time you tell yourself you're worthy of love, you truly don't believe it. Like, point blank, you might say it over and over and over and over to yourself, but that doesn't make it true. You understand what the difference is here? So inside of this game, right, if you're going to go down this affirmation path, you need to get very, very clear on the thing you're telling yourself. Because just because you say it over and over and over again doesn't make it true. If you say a lie 1,000,000 times, it's still a lie. It doesn't just become true and real in your life. Now, if you say it with the intention of bringing it to fruition in your life, right, through this power of visualization, of saying, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm not in a real relationship right now, or I'm not in a place where I want to be with loving myself right now, but I believe that I'm worthy of love. And you truly have that intention behind it to move and take actual action to make that affirmation true, or at least part of it true. Now, there's some power in that, right? There is some transformational power inside of that line of thinking, okay? And now that can set you up for days and weeks and months and quarters and years of actual lighter thinking and production and running your day in a better sense, right? Because if I just walk around and I'm a freaking drunk and I'm an alcoholic, right? And I'm just saying, you know what? I'm sober every day. Dan, I'm sober. But every night I'm freaking drinking myself stupid. I'm just lying to myself because I'm not taking the action. I'm just saying, you know what? I'm making myself believe I'm sober. I'm just making myself believe I'm sober. But in reality, you're not. You're freaking drunk. Okay? Now, if you do this with intention behind it, the intention, just be like, you know what? I'm not going to drink today. I'm not an alcoholic today. I'm not an alcoholic tomorrow. I'm not an alcoholic the next day. Something like this. Now, I'm not certified in alcoholism or any of this stuff. Like this is just concepts and principles for you guys that I want you to understand, right? So this was just a very interesting topic that was just triggered inside of one of the conversations I had. And I'd be very, very interested to hear what you guys think about this affirmations game. Right, you can hit us up on Facebook. Go to the Run Your Day Facebook page and just type in your thoughts about this. I'd be very, very interested, because do you believe that affirmations are legit or bullshit? Right, that's kind of the question of the day. Like, if you do use affirmations, or you do, try to visualize yourself or tell yourself things, start to really analyze them. Ask yourself, like, is what I'm telling myself true, or am I telling myself something to just make myself feel better and make myself believe that what I'm saying is true? Because there is a big, big, big difference, a big difference in that. And I'm not saying they're not legit. I'm not saying that the affirmations you have right now might be crap, because they might be awesome. They might be great. And I'd be very, very interested to hear what they are. But as long as you're telling yourself these things not to cover up and make yourself just feel better and all mushy and gushy and better inside, but actually taking the action behind those to be like, you know what? No, like, I'm telling myself this because I'm trying to reprogram myself to truly, authentically believe it. Now that's where transformation and change takes place. So where in your life is this? Where in your life, or, what affirmation or what belief have you been telling yourself that's just simply not true? And what can you replace it with to make it true? That's my question for you guys today. All right, now that is all I have for you on this episode, my friends. As always, head over to runyourdaypodcast.com for more. We're getting the website back up and is rocking. You can get the Success Habits workbook at the bottom of the homepage there. I think you guys would really, really appreciate that. Get some value from that as well. And head over to Facebook and hit us up. Let me know, what kind of affirmations do you have in your life? Whether they're good or bad, right? Whether they're good or bad, or whether don't be afraid to share those. Go to the Run Your Day Facebook page and share those up. All right, my friends, that is all I have for you today. As always, I appreciate you guys joining. Dan Hafner signing off. Talk to you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hey, have you ever thought about joining a virtual run challenge? As COVID-19 continues to upend our lives and change our life routines, finding fresh ways to challenge yourself physically can be difficult. I know I'm having trouble with that. It can also be pretty hard to connect with others and find accountability partners for the purpose of fitness as well. That's why we created Runwage Virtual Challenges. Runwage Challenges are a new and exciting way to stay physically active and maintain social distancing. Every challenge takes place 100% online, and you can compete against and engage with runners from all over the world. Best of all, they are the only virtual challenges out there which actually reward participants with real cash. That means you have no excuse for staying inactive during this pandemic. So if you've been looking for a fresh and interesting way to stay active and get your miles in, go to runwageapp.com/virtual challenges to join me and the diverse community of runners already competing. That's runwageapp.com/virtual challenges. Can't wait to see you there.